Alright, Schlockmeister fans, I'm going to switch gears a little bit here. I'm going to watch an obscure horror movie which you probably never heard of. It's called The Cellar, an old Indian legend, a boy's wild imagination, or terrifying reality. The answer is in The Cellar. I haven't seen this since 1992. Let's check it out. The Puritans.
Anyway, the Puritans were setting out for the New World.
Kelly Preston plays Sarah, and this is her love interest, Miles. We are in the late 17th century, and they missed each other.
1700. It's time for Salem to catch up with the rest of the world. And I'm here to make sure it happens.
What do you mean?
You were looking at the new assistant minister at the Church of Salem.
Yeah, hurt like
Dave
hell.
Thomas plays the mayor.
Well, I don't have the money on me. I'm good for it, though. After all, I'm the mayor. Let's say we put it on my bill.
This is the judge. You might remember him from not necessarily the news.
Now you listen to me, you certified twit.
They want the land that everybody's taking.
Now you get your mind out of the gutter and help me figure out a way to get the people of this town to give up their land. Accuse innocent people of consorting with the devil. Give them a quick mock trial. Mercilessly burn them at the stake. And then confiscate all their land.
Barbara Carrera plays Faith, a strange woman who comes to town.
Yeah. By the way, I'm Miles Campbell.
And I, sir, am Faith Stewart.
Shop.
Sarah opens a bakery.
Sarah, you did it. Your very own shop. Oh, just think. Someday people all over the land may know Sarah Lee is the one who makes those delicious cakes and pies.
God-fearing people of this town to unite and spill the blood of the wicked. I say you cut out their slimy guts and burn them to a crisp.
Yes, but what? Please, don't be a complete idiot. We made this whole thing up, remember? I'm not stupid. There are no such things as witches. Little fools, those praying was the thing without home.
Bud Cort plays Parson Babcock.
Something evil has come over this town.
Something so unbelievable.
Something so unbelievable.
They're gonna burn the witches.
What are you waiting for? Get out there and barbecue the bastard!
So Faith, who clearly is a witch, turns Sarah's bake shop into Sarah's erotic bake shop.
Especially with you in mind.
And check out this cake.
I hereby order the accused to be burned at the stake. No fine.
So even men are witches.
Victory fills the air. By this time next week, our bank in Boston will have sent us the money to begin construction.
Faith and the mayor.
Sign this.
Sure. There.
You are such a very brave man.
I am? Oh, yes, you are.
So now people thinking Sarah Lee is a witch too, and Miles is trying to defend her, but Faith is nearby and causes this to happen. They don't have mud wrestling back then, but they did have clam chowder wrestling.
Maybe a way to prove that you're innocent. You are innocent, aren't you?
Of course I am. I can't explain what happened at the house, but I didn't do it.
I'll do everything in my power to get you off. But first, I must ask you to sign this.
But this is a confession.
What? It's impossible.
Sometimes a signed confession can be instrumental in proving one's innocence.
I think it's clear that she's a witch now.
Maybe with a little makeup and the right clothes.
Tonight I'm going to make you forget Sam.
Swan! Burn her! Burn her! Burn her! Before it's too late!
And an unexpected surprise witness.
Next calls Dr. Joyce Brothers to the stand.
Defies explanation.
You might pray to God, John, but I like Lucifer best of all.
I'm her mother.
So because she's a mother, she knows she's not a witch, for whatever that's worth. Nonetheless, she and Miles both get sentenced.
Prepare to meet your maker.
Sarah, I want you to know, I'll always love you in this world and in the next.
Oh, Miles, I'll love you till the day I die.
And then Faith turns into Anne Ramsey.
There's your witch!
No shit, Sherlock!
Beginning.
Anyway, they get
God
freed,
made Adam and Eve.
and these two are gonna get married.
Oh, all right, all right. By the power vested in me, I do hereby pronounce you man and wife. Yes, you're right.
And that's our movie.
All right, let's talk about this movie called Love at Stake. This is a movie that I taped, I think, off of cable in the late 80s. I don't remember much about it at the time. I don't think I even watched it. I watched it in the mid-90s, I think, when I retaped it, and I didn't much care for it. Not much to say. I gotta say, nothing much has really changed. It's a spoof comedy. Can't really say it's horror. It's just kind of a comedy, kind of got some horror elements to it. It takes place in Salem in the late 17th century, obviously around the witch trials, which is when this was taking place. The local mayor of this town and this other guy, they decide to come up with a scheme. They're going to start accusing people of being witches so that they get burned at the stake and then they can repossess their property and make a lot of money. That's their plan. So that's what they start doing. However, there are some real witches that end up coming to town, or at least one real witch who comes to town and tries to spoil their plans. That witch is played by Barbara Carrera. And so she starts doing some weird things. Now, the main star of this movie is Kelly Preston, and she's named Sarah. She opens up a bake shop there, and she's dating this guy named Miles, who they're going to get married at some point. She gets accused of being a witch, and she gets put on trial, and she's scheduled to be burned at the stake. And then her fiance, Miles, is also tied to her at the end there, and they're both going to burn. But before that happens, the witch shows up, and she stops it from happening, and then the witch turns in from Barbara Carrera into Anne Ramsey, and then, I don't know, everything just gets haywire. Everything is satisfied. No one gets killed there at the end, and I guess Sarah and Miles live happily ever after. I don't know. I just thought this movie was kind of dumb. I really didn't care for it. There's a couple of nude scenes thrown in. Kelly Preston looks adorable, and she has a lot of cleavage in this movie, which is nice. She does not have a nude scene, though, although there are a couple of brief nude scenes in this, but not from her, not from anybody that I recognize. Barbara Carrera keeps her clothes on, too, despite a couple of risque outfits. Bud Cort was in this, and I kind of like Bud Cort. His character was kind of cool. He played the parson who goes blind at one point and gets his sight back at the end. I don't know. I just didn't care for this movie that much. I don't have much more to say about it, but it is available on DVD from MGM, and for some reason, this DVD is starting to go up in price a bit. I'll leave a link to Amazon down below if you're looking for it, but it's like $40 right now. And as I say this, there's only 2 copies left on Amazon, so if you're looking for it, get it quickly. If you're watching this video 5 years from now, you might be out of luck. But you can also get this on eBay, but even then, it's still $25, $30, maybe as high as $40. I don't know, probably even higher. There's some people who really try to scalp this thing out there too. So, but anyway, I'm glad I have it because I don't have to pay a lot of money for it anymore. I already have it. So anyway, check it out. It's called Love at Stake. I didn't care much for it. Watch it. Leave some comments. Bye.